Hello, and welcome to Kawaii Trash Tea Time. That's the tea, sis.
This is a segment that we call Tea Time because we're spilling the tea.
So today we're going to be talking about conventions and convention tips and things we would like to share with the general cosplaying, convention-going public. Now we're going to be talking about the golden rules.
Woo!
And if you abide by nothing else, abide by these.
Golden rules. So the first one, be respectful. Sounds pretty obvious,
But sometimes it's
but
not.
sometimes it's not.
You'd be
So,
surprised.
Golden rule. Treat other cosplayers, other con goers with respect.
You might not think that cosplayers are actually people, but they are people with their own personalities, morals, beliefs, and personal space bubbles.
Maybe they're playing a character, you know, who's like very outgoing, and they're like, look at me, I'm being this character who's very outgoing, but they might not be a very outgoing person. That tends to be me.
So even though they might be that character that is very outgoing and, just forefront, they might not be, and so you should always ask if you want to take a picture and ask if you can touch them, like give them a hug if you have to ask with words, can I give you a hug? Or when you're taking a picture, can I put my arm around you? Can I stand, is this okay? Because, sometimes, like, I have a very large personal space bubble if I don't know you, and I've had people come up to me and hug me, like some random Deadpool, of course, cosplayer, came up and just hugged us, and we were like, no, thank you.
We didn't ask for this.
Yeah, like, you still have to ask with words.
Okay, and that goes with don't overstep boundaries. That's another golden rule that goes along with those things. Basically, just remember that you don't know who you're talking to.
And they don't know you.
And they don't know you. Unless, like, you see a friend that you know, and then in that case,
Yeah.
friendship rules, be as close as you want, I guess.
If you're a character from a show and you see someone else from that show or whatever, and maybe you ship them and you want to like get a picture together, some people are okay with doing ship pictures, like be like, oh, can we like get close together and be like, Some people are not okay with that. The thing is, the key is to ask.
Yes.
With words. And have received verbal consent that it is okay.
Along that line, our third rule is don't be creepy.
Cosplay is not
Cosplay
consent.
is not consent.
I agreed so hard. I spilled over everything.
Conventions normally have signs up all around that say cosplay is not consent. Most conventions have those signs. But in case you can't read, here's a verbal thing. Cosplay is not consent.
And like in general, like avoid, creepy comments. Like we've walked around in our Oron gear, right? We've had like old security guards be like, are you good schoolgirls or naughty schoolgirls? We're like, we're 16.
Do not make comments about a cosplayer's body.
Mm-mm.
That's always a no. Like you can say your
you
cosplay
look
looks
great.
But do not say your legs look great in that cosplay or you look really sexy in that cosplay. Like, do not.
Those are usually not appreciated.
Mm-mm.
Unless you know someone very well. Because like we'll be like, oh yes, honey, you look sexy. But like we're
Random
friends.
people in the comments.
Random people don't
do
say that.
And if someone says that to you, either just don't acknowledge them, walk away.
Politely decline their cat call. Say no thank you.
No, thank you. And say, I'm a person. Please respect me.
Thanks.
Thanks.
This has been my TED Talk.
So now that you have our golden rules, here are some tips for before you go to your convention. So, tip number 1, volunteer.
Yes, so I actually have done this where I did not want to pay to go to a convention. It was near enough to my apartment where I didn't have to pay for a hotel, and So I just said, sure, I'll volunteer. So I signed up and I volunteered, and it was great. I got to experience the con, I got to be a part of the con, and I still spent a lot of money on prints and buttons.
But what else is new?
But I didn't spend money on a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of jobs where you volunteer will still allow you to cosplay. So it's not like you're really missing out on that either. So if you're concerned about being able to pay for a ticket, that's an option. Also, a lot of conventions will put you up in the hotel, so you don't have to pay for a hotel room either. And they might have like food in the volunteer like lounge area.
So
like,
you don't have to pay for a meal.
so there might be like pizza in there. You might have food in there too. And they reimbursed my parking. So like, they try and help you out because you're helping them out.
So, if you're going to a convention, make sure that you plan ahead
Please
before
plan ahead.
you go.
Don't follow in my footsteps. Please plan ahead. It's
So-
for your own mental health.
So, for planning ahead, you should 100% know what you are taking to the convention.
Mm-hmm. Make a list.
Make a list.
Make sure you know. Make a pile of stuff like a week before you go to con. So like as the week's going on, you can be like, oh wait, I need this too. Because if you're packing the night before, like that never works out.
No,
You're gonna forget something.
You're gonna forget something.
Like a vital part of your cosplay or like a part of your outfit that you really love. If you're not cosplaying, like,
Your tights, you'll forget your tights.
you're gonna forget socks, underwear, who knows?
Make sure that you have a plan for what you're doing at the convention. Most conventions put out a schedule before it starts. Maybe not
The day before.
maybe not super before, but before. So take a look at the schedule that the convention puts out.
Bring out a highlighter.
Bring out a highlighter, highlight the things that you want to go to, and make yourself a little schedule so that you can go to all of the things that you want to see.
Make plans with the people you would be going with when you're going to meet again if you're splitting up.
For sure.
so
Make
like-
sure that you have a meeting place.
And time.
Because you will get lost. You
Mhm.
will get lost.
While you're packing your convention bag, make sure you have the following things.
Very important.
Cash money. Some vendors do not accept card.
And you don't want to get the cash from the they'll have ATMs sometimes, but they'll charge you if you get it from the
They'll
ATMs.
charge you a fee. So make sure that you have some cash money. Bring an ID. If you are on the younger side and you just turned 18 or you look younger than you are, bring your ID. Because if you want to get into a panel
That's like
that's
18 plus.
or if you want to go somewhere, you need to have an ID to say that, yes, I am allowed to be in here.
Student IDs are not acceptable.
Student IDs are not acceptable.
Has to be a state
Government
issued
Government
ID.
issued IDs.
driver's
because-
license.
That has happened before where we were all raring to go and it was an 18 plus panel and
And then Madeline was like, wow, I'm dumb. I don't have my ID on me.
so we didn't get to go. Snacks.
Please.
If you can find somewhere in your costume, I know some costumes don't have little hidden pockets, but like when I dress up as Keith, I put snacks in my little fanny pouches. Lifesavers.
Honestly, the best thing you can do is give up a little bit of the authenticity of your cosplay and carry around like a
Bring a
backpack or a bag.
Yeah.
And just put it down when you're taking photos because like it's so nice to have somewhere to put your things.
Mhm.
Instead of carrying them around.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like,
for
it's-
sure.
And risking them like falling out of your costume if you've like hidden them in a place you're like, well, I hope that this stays here
Mhm.
all day because it most likely won't.
Yeah.
And you'll just be like, you will be so much happier at the end if you like one, know that you're secure, and two, if you have cash, if you have snacks. Con food is expensive, y'all.
Yes.
Bring snacks.
You're
Or
gonna
it's
pay
terrible.
$7 for a plate of French fries. Like
It's
no.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you bring like Advil, maybe a sewing kit if you're like, maybe something will fall off, but I know how to sew something back on if it does. Bring your sewing kit.
And don't be afraid to buy like a water bottle that you can refill because
A refillable
lot of
bottle.
cons won't let you bring in water bottles because they don't know what's in them.
Mhm.
So buy a water bottle,
Buy a water bottle.
but then reuse it.
So now that you have hopefully prepared beforehand and you're all excited to go to convention, here are tips for when you are actually at the convention.
The fun part.
The fun part, the best part.
Of course, you want to hit the dealer room because there's so many things in there, even just to like meet people and to like buy awesome stuff. And there's gonna be too many things to buy.
I
And
would
you're gonna
say
want all of
for
them.
dealer rooms, the best plan of attack is to make the rounds.
First.
Don't buy anything. Make the rounds first. Write down the booth numbers that you were like, I want to come back to this booth.
Mhm.
They look like they have some cool stuff, or I see that right there and I know that I'm going to buy it. And write it down.
In addition to that, what I do is I go to con with the plan of what I want to buy. So say I don't have a Haikyuu poster. I might, just look for a Haikyuu poster. That way I don't get distracted by all the other things I could buy, but cannot afford to buy. So maybe make a list of things that you're really looking for.
Yeah, if you have a favorite fandom at the moment, and you're like, I really want a piece from this fandom, then look for that.
You'll probably get less distracted by other things that you like, but maybe have a lot of art for. Unless you really fall in love with something. If you fall in love with something and you keep thinking about it, you just gotta go back, otherwise you're gonna hate yourself.
Sometimes people have second sales. So one thing that I kick myself about is we saw a booth when we went to con, and someone had, it's the same person who made that Keith poster, the holographic one you have.
Yeah.
And they had one of Lotor, and it was on sale because it had gotten messed up in the printing somehow, but it was shiny and it was Lotor, and I was like, but I hadn't gotten to that part of Voltron yet, so I felt fake if I bought it, and I should have just bought it because it was like $10 and it was really pretty.
All these are from the dealer room if you can see it. I don't know if you can.
Sunday, last day of con, is a great day to go shopping because a lot of people will put their stuff on sale because they want to get rid of it.
Also, if you go to dealer room on Sunday, they might not have everything
That they had.
that they had at the beginning.
What's left?
You might get a sword on sale, but the print you want might not be there.
Consider going with friends because
Yes.
buddy system is very important for safety
It will save you.
and for fun, right?
Yeah.
Because you've gone by yourself.
I've gone by myself. Well, not.
mostly.
Emma was volunteering, so she was busy most of the day, so I was kind of on my own. I did meet up with some people that I already knew, so I wasn't alone. But the first day I was by myself, and it was decidedly a lot less fun. I still had fun because I went to some panels and I bought some merchandise, and I saw some people from my same show, so we would pass each other in the hall and be like, I would say definitely if you can go with a friend, do it because you will have so much more fun together than you will by yourself. Con is very much of a gathering of people who like the same things. So
Make new friends.
make new friends.
When you're meeting new people, if you have a cosplay or some nerdy Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, whatever, promote yourself.
Promote yourself.
If that's something that you're into, it can be really cool to connect with these people online that you're having conversations with, so then you can be like, at the next convention, you see that they're also there on their Instagram. You'd be like, oh, you wanna get lunch together or something?
Yeah, or
You wanna
sometimes
take some pictures?
Yeah, sometimes people who you know from online will be like, oh, if you're going to this convention, I'm holding a panel. If you have these cosplays of XYZ that fits within the panel limits, talk to me and then maybe you'll be in a panel. Yeah.
Network, but in a fun way. It's nerdy networking.
Nerdy networking.
Nerdy networking.
Passes.
Badges.
But you can write when we write kawaii.trash.cosplay on ours. People be like, what's your Instagram? We're like,
Kawaii.trash.cosplay.
And then they'll take a picture or type it into their phone. It's just a really quick way to do it.
It's really nice because you can tag other people that you take pictures with. They can tag you, and people can find each other through other people.
I know that we've done that.
Yeah, we've definitely done that.
We've
for
found
sure.
people from other people that we follow.
Don't put your entire name on your badge.
Your real full name.
Yeah, I would put Ange or Angelina or something like
Just
that. But I
your
wouldn't
first
put my
name.
entire name because there are some creepy people who would be like, oh yes, that's their entire name. Let me go find them on Facebook and Instagram. If you see other people that are in uncomfortable situations, don't be afraid to, go up to them and be like, oh hi, and then be like, are you okay? Do you need help? Because if someone is going to a con alone and they are found in an uncomfortable situation that they're having trouble getting out of, It's our job as a community to look out for each other.
You can just be like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long, and then be like,
Yeah, it's really important. Take care of each other. Safety is the most important thing at a convention because if you're not safe, there's no way you're gonna have a good time. If something bad happens, like that's going to ruin everything.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
if there's a masquerade or if there's a rave, just because it's kind of they're gonna turn the lights down in the room and they're gonna have the music really loud. So
Inhibitions are already low because you're at cons, so everyone's like more comfortable with themselves.
also cons, most of them have alcohol for those of age. So
Just be aware.
inhibitions even more lowered. So just be careful.
And if you find yourself in a situation, don't be afraid to tell someone that you're in a situation if you're comfortable with that.
Security guards.
Dude that was following me around at setup when I was volunteering, and I went and told my manager, and he was like, cool, I'm gonna ask him to leave. And he did, because my manager was a very tall, intimidating man.
Conventions are really fun, and we want the people who are watching to have fun as well.
Absolutely, because we have so much fun.
Yes.
And we want other people to have as much fun as we do.
Yeah, but being dehydrated, being super hungry, and being physically unwell and unsafe can hinder how much fun you have. So that's why we're like kind of being a little solemn at times because it's really important.
Yes.
But yeah.
Know your limits. Like when we started going to cons, we were like, all 3 days! We cannot do that. It's impossible.
So 4 days is a lot. Don't push yourself to a limit that you can't reach. You know, if you have a cosplay planned every day, good on you, but maybe make them easier cosplays or more comfortable cosplays
Towards
on
the end, at least.
like
Yeah.
on the first day or the last day. Make them more comfortable so that you can like ease your way in and ease your way out.
On the first day and last day of con, like don't feel, because like I know like I felt pressured. I was like, I have to cosplay because
You
I'm
do
at
not.
con. On the first and last day of con, people aren't really cosplaying because everyone else is also tired. So like last day of con is usually people just like walking around the dealer room to get like make sure they get the last minute stuff they wanted.
But like something really simple.
Like, I wore a onesie.
yeah.
Like,
I wore sweatpants and a sweatshirt and a wig.
Yeah,
That was
like-
the costume.
I was Yachi, which is me. It's just a t-shirt and like
When your hair is
pants.
low.
When your hair is a little longer. Yeah.
Remember to eat and drink and sleep. Keep taking care of your body is important.
Because con crud.
Ooh,
If you don't take care of your body, you will catch the con disease.
it's real. It's real. There's so many bodies in such a small place.
everyone's touching everything.
Everyone is touching everything, and
Your immune system's down. because
your
you're
immune
so
system is
tired.
down, you're tired, and if you don't hydrate and like eat, you're just gonna work yourself sick and you're gonna get
You're gonna get sick
You're
during
gonna
the
get
con
sick
or right after.
or right
con.
after. And that's no fun.
All right. Well,
Alright.
so as our closing remarks, we'll say, remember the golden rules. Take care of yourself, your body, your mind, your spirit. Be safe and look out for those around you. And have a great time. Enjoy
Have
yourself.
so much fun.
Yay!
Cons are fun.
That's the most important part.
And that's the tea